Well, where do I even begin? The Lakers drafted Bronny James today in the second round at the 55th pick. Now, I'm not here to bash on Bronny James, even though he was a very mid, if you can even call it that, college player in his one season at USC, averaging, what was it, 5, 2, and 2. He wasn't a prominent player, but everyone's known since that season ended that he was going to get drafted to the NBA. It was the worst kept secret that he was most likely going to get drafted to the Lakers. I mean, I guess it was some suspense to it. You know, he was talking about how he wanted to create his own legacy and carve his own lane out apart from his father. And so I guess there was some suspense and some intrigue as to where he might go. You had, analysts and pundits and experts all giving their take and their opinion on where they thought he should get drafted to. So it wasn't a foregone conclusion, but the LeBronification of the Los Angeles Lakers, or as we should now refer to them as the Los Angeles LeBrons, because he has completely taken over the franchise. It's been a running joke for years now. I mean, you look all over the internet, you see names like LeGM. And of course, when he started his podcast, a few months back, in the middle of the final push towards the playoff and during the playoffs, he started Mind the Game with JJ Reddick. And then suddenly JJ Reddick became a front running candidate. Rumors were swirling even as they were, engaged in a first round playoff beatdown that they suffered yet again at the hands of the Denver Nuggets. Rumors were already swirling that JJ was going to be the next coach, and there was a foregone conclusion that anything short of a championship and Darvin Ham's ass was going to be fucking cooked, just like a fucking Thanksgiving ham, you know, basted and roasted and glazed and out of this motherfucker. But anyways, the point being, the rumors were swirling. Bronny's going to get drafted to the Lakers. JJ Reddick, uh, suddenly a candidate, no coaching experience, to be the Lakers' next head coach, all because of his broadcast podcast with LeBron James. And of course, the Le Media was trying to say, no, LeBron has no input, no sort of influence over who's going to be hired, and none of that. He lets the front office do their thing. Yeah, right. Come on, man. You got to be naive as fuck or just the biggest LeBron standboy to believe, to lie to yourself to believe any of that. Anybody with eyes to see and ears can hear can see the obvious that LeBron James and has his clutches deeply inserted up the ass of Jeannie Buss and Kurt and Linda Rambis and Rob Pelinka and the whole entire front office of the once illustrious Lakers organization. He is the puppet master, just pulling the strings and making the things that he wants to happen over there. Now I get it. He's had the career that he's had. Wherever you place him on your GOAT list, whatever, that's your business. I'm not here to dispute or argue or debate with you about that. But the point is, as a longtime, lifelong Lakers fan, you know, I I think the Lakers should have had more balls as an organization. Let the guy opt out. He's opting out. Let him opt out. He keeps getting 2-year contracts. That's how he's like to do it. And the Lakers keep giving him what he wants, moving the players that he doesn't like, bringing in the available players that I guess he's willing to tolerate at whatever time. And the Lakers have missed the playoffs twice altogether. Of course, we have the 2020 bubble chip. Well, we're a consistent play-in team, lingering between the 10, 9, 8 spot, like not a good team. We're at the bottom of the West when it comes to potential playoff contenders, and this has been consistent. If not for the play-in tournament that LeBron initially stated that he hated, Lakers wouldn't even have been in the playoffs. You know, even the last 3 seasons. I'm getting off topic here though. Point is LeBron is running things in LA, and if you didn't believe it before, if you couldn't see it before, you need to pull the wool off of your eyes and just recognize that hiring JJ Reddick and drafting Bronny James was obviously LeBron centric. Like I was saying, the Lakers as an organization should have had some balls and said, okay, test the free agent market. See who's going to offer you 3 years. Sure, your numbers look good at 39. You're about to be 40 in December. Um, yeah, you're playing phenomenally. You have suffered no real injuries that derailed your train. But what do you think is going to happen? He's not going to get better at 40. He's not going to get better at 41. He's not going to get better at 42. He has not affected the winning of the team. You know, you sure you could say his cast, his role players suck. Okay, JJ Reddick said he didn't think that this current roster was that far off from being a contender. He said that at his press conference on Monday. So what is it? Sure, we had some unfortunate injuries with Vanderbilt, a defensive stalwart, if you will, a defensive dynamo, not having him affected us. And of course, Gabe Vincent not playing very many games. And of course, you can blame Ham for his rotations and lack of player personnel, and using them in the right way. Sure, whatever. You can blame all that. But the point is that if you got LeBron and AD and a serviceable cast of role players, you should be able to win more than one fucking playoff game, okay? So LeBron's only getting older. He's about to tax his body this summer for the Olympics. You know what I mean? So he's going to be going into the Lakers season not even completely fresh. He's going to be coming off of an Olympic run, and you have to hope he stays healthy through that. Sure, his longevity is great, but here's the thing. Lakers should have said, test your options on the free agent market. Either you opt in for the second season of the contract. Sure, you got the player option. Opt in. Let's see how this season goes. And at the end of this next season, you can reevaluate, and we as a franchise and organization can reevaluate, and then we can maybe offer you another 2-year deal like you've been getting prior to this. But no, they're going to let him opt out, and they're going to bend the knee, and they're going to acquiesce, and they're going to say, here, LeBron, we don't want you to reject our offer, of $50+ million a year for your 40, 41, and 42-year-old seasons to come. No, not only we're gonna give you a 3-year deal at the most max that we can, we're also gonna hire your podcast buddy, who I'm surprised even provided any pushback when he said, "Oh yeah, you complaining about the referees in the first round series you had with Denver, coming from a guy whose team had the most fucking free throws of any team over the last 2 seasons." Yeah, sure, he provided a little pushback, and that was fun and everything. But anyways, we hired your podcast buddy as coach, no experience. But sure, he's such a basketball savant like you. That's why you guys have mind the game. He's going to be a great coach. Hey, look, I have to want JJ to succeed. He's a Lakers coach now. I have to want him to, do better than Darvin Ham. But Darvin Ham did pretty fucking well. He got you to the Western Conference Finals. He got you to the playoffs. And before that, Frank Vogel did pretty fucking good, didn't he? He helped you win a championship, although it was a bubble chip. And then you guys were on the verge of at least getting back to the finals game before AD got hurt versus Phoenix. So why did he even get fired? So now you got LeBron's podcast buddy. Appease LeBron, move number 1. And now you draft his son. So his lifelong dream of playing with the son can finally be achieved. And that's assuming Bronny even makes it onto the Lakers roster for real. Like, he's going to have to play in the Summer League. He's going to have to play in the G League. He's going to have to earn a spot on the roster. And I've got nothing against Bronny James. I've said it plenty of times. I like Bronny James. He seems like a cool kid. If he wasn't LeBron James Jr., would he have been in the draft this year? I don't know. Probably not. We can call it nepotism. That's probably what it is. But the point is, he's there. And I want the kid, the young man, to have a successful career. I don't expect him. Nobody expects him to be an all-time great. But, like he said, maybe he can turn into a Drew Holiday type of player. You know what I mean? And affect winning in that kind of way. Point is, I want to see LeBron James Jr. succeed. but it doesn't need to be in this Nepo baby type of way where he's on the Lakers because his daddy's on the Lakers. So this is all these two moves. Monday, was the official um, inauguration, the official press conference announcing JJ Reddick as the Lakers head coach. So within a week, you hired JJ Reddick, LeBron's podcast buddy, who ultimately, if things don't work out, is going to be the latest scapegoat in a long list of scapegoats for LeBron's lack of accountability. And then, of course, you hire his son, draft his son to help him live out his dream, which isn't a bad dream. But the point is that you have hijacked the Lakers organization. He truly is the king of the Los Angeles Lakers, and not in the way that seems good either. It's in a way that a lot of fans are mad online. They're calling into the talk shows out here, 710 ESPN LA. They're calling in. You look online, a lot of Lakers fans, some that I know personally, they're like, I'm not even a fan anymore because they can't stand that it's the Los Angeles LeBrons now. See what I'm saying? He's just all these lies that he doesn't influence the personnel decision. It's the most blatant lie. It's the most obvious thing that of course he does. And has he earned the right to have some sort of cachet and say so because of what he's accomplished in his career? Sure. I mean, to some degree, right? But this is a man who although impressive in his longevity, you should be building towards the future. Opt in, see what you could bring to the table this season, and then if we feel like you still got it for the next 2 seasons going forward, maybe we'll give you another contract. But these two moves, hiring JJ, drafting Bronny, it all but assures that LeBron James is going to re-sign with the Lakers now. There's no mystery to it now. Not that you need mystery, but me personally, I don't hate LeBron. Whatever. I don't think he's the GOAT. Whatever. I have videos where I'm praising LeBron for the things he does. I have videos where I'm fucking hating on LeBron for the shit that he does. I'm just calling it how I see it. That's my thing. I'm no expert. I just call it how I see it. And I know that a lot of the fans, long time, lifelong Lakers loyals, are out. They don't like the way this looks. They don't like the way this smells. It smells fishy. Something rotten at crypto.com. You know what I mean? skidrow.com arena, because it's a skid mark now on the legacy, because you're supposed to know that your brand is worldwide. It's bigger than the name on the back. It's all about the name on the front. The purple and gold, the colors of royalty, your brand alone, your history as a franchise alone demands respect. The players should not bow, but they should, they should go along with your program. You're not supposed to go with their program. People want to mention, oh, well, what about Kobe? After he busted his Achilles in 2012, 2013, the Lakers still gave him a 3-year deal. And, he was a shell of himself and he missed many games because, but Kobe was there since he was a rookie. Kobe's whole career was as a Laker. 7 finals appearances, count them, 5 championships, 2 different eras. You had the Kobe and Shaq era. You had the downtime, the hard times, the shitty times. Then you got Powell. And Kobe did what he did all the time. So that's the difference. Kobe's contract was to honor what he did. This thing that you're doing with LeBron is to try to appease him. Let him go. You can draft new young players. We've seen in the playoffs just this year, it's all about the new teams. You got to have the one strong leader, maybe a second star, and the supporting cast that doesn't have to second guess every move they make. As a Lakers fan all season long, all I did is see a supporting cast that had to second guess every move they make. They couldn't find their groove. They couldn't get into a rhythm because they didn't know what LeBron wanted from them from one game to the next. Could have been partially Ham's rotations and shit suck. Sure, but the point is that they're like playing on pins and needles. What am I allowed to do today? Am I allowed to outshine LeBron today? I don't know. So, man, I'm going on a rant. I'm going on a ramble. But the point is, man, respect to Bronny James. I'm glad he's better with his heart condition, and I'm glad he drafted in the league, and I hope he can carve out his own career and truly get out of the shadow of his father like he claims he wants to. But playing on the same team as him is only like 2 steps backwards in the wrong direction if you're truly trying to get out of your father's shadow, because now you're literally on the same fucking team as him. And it happens to be the LA Lakers. And it happens to be that so many fans of this franchise for so long are having an emotional, visceral reaction saying that they're fucking done. They're jumping ship. They're going to be Clippers fans or whatever the case may be. But I'm no expert. I just call it how I see it. And the LA LeBrons are here to stay for at least the next 2 to 3 years. And supposedly we're contending for championships. Man, we're going to be another 8th, 7th place team again, playing tournament team again, hanging fucking in-season tournament banners. Because I don't see us getting better than the OKC Thunder or the Dallas Mavericks or the Minnesota Timberwolves or the motherfucking Denver Nuggets. Man. Anyways, I'm out. Until next time, UNO.